What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, the one, the only Frog Tony. And today we got a special video because we're going to be talking about Sturgis, that's right, Renowned Zero, the biggest simp in the Rippaverse, and how he was busted in 4K buying views for his channel. Oh man, it seems like Eric July's fan base is dwindling. That Sturgis has to buy support. He has to pay some company somewhere money in order to inflate his numbers, in order to make it look like he's more important than he is. How do I know this? Well, we're going to get into it. But before we do that, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course, share this with everybody because they're going to want to know that Sturgis got busted in 4K. Okay, as you can see here, we are on Sturgis's social blade. This is the social blade for Sturgis, as you can see. Now, how did we catch him? How did I catch him? Well, if you go to the detailed statistics, as I have done, you'll see this really odd thing right here. Right? So on the 29th of October 29th, he got a grand total of 7 views. Guys, for the entirety of his channel, 7 views. How is this possible? How could this be possible? And the day before, he had 95 views. So on the 28th, 95 views. On the 29th, 7 views. Then on the 30th, suddenly 1,037 views. As you can see, the 27th, he has 744. These numbers are very, very important because we're going to look at the videos he did on those days, and we're going to compare those numbers and see maybe there's a little something funny, right? You could argue maybe Sturgis didn't do a video on the 29th, Tony. Maybe Sturgis didn't do a video on the 28th, and that's why he doesn't have any views those days. That would be a good assumption, but you'd be wrong. We are here at Sturgis's page on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to bore you by going and clicking each one, but trust me when I say this. You can check it yourself, but this video here on Chris Bacon Tizo was from the 25th of October. This is from the 28th of October. This is from the 29th of October. This is from the 30th of October, and this is from the 31st, okay? So again, he did videos on the 25th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st of October. And again, to remind you of the numbers, in case you might have forgotten, on the 29th, he only had 7 views. 7 views. And again, we know he did a video on the 28th. We know he did a video on the 29th. We know he did a video on the 30th. Now, mysteriously, on the 26th, 27th, he didn't do a video. But those days, he got 843 videos on the views on the 26th and 744 views on the 27th. 2 days that he didn't do videos, he got way more views than on days he did videos. This doesn't add up. This is insane. Sturgis, you might as well stop doing videos. You're getting more views on the days you don't make content than on the days you do. How is this even possible? It's really, really funny. And again, so on the 29th, he got 7 views. Well, let's look at his video from the 29th, right? As we said, this is the 25th, 28th. 29th was a Riley in Mint video. That has 762 views. But Social Blade says he only got 7. Huh. Well, maybe the video was really late in the day, right? So the video was really late in the day. And so Social Blade didn't count it to the next day because I think Social Blade is like over in England. So maybe, the views were on the next day, right? Yeah. So then I guess the previous day, right? So the 28th video, which had views, right? That should have been over into the 29th. So if we go by that logic, right? So this video that has 1,300 views about Rippaverse SpaceCon announcement, that should have fallen on Social Blade's 29th day, but he only has 7 views on that day. So he didn't get the videos from the day he made the video, and he didn't get the views from the previous day, which that video has 1,300 views. So Why is YouTube showing views and Social Blade isn't? How is it? Guys, I'm confused. So if you look at these 3 days, 28th, 29th, 30th, you get over 2,000 views. But if you add those 3 days up on the Social Blade, 28th, 29th, 30th, you get 1,100. That's 900, over 900 views unaccounted for. Just completely just not being tracked. And then, of course, on the 31st, he has 486 on this video. But on the 31st, he has 1,100 views for some reason. Somehow Social Blade is 1,100 views. It's really weird, Sturgis. It's really weird. You screwed up somewhere. Maybe you forgot to renew your payment. Maybe you forgot to buy those views. But yeah, 7 views that day, that the 29th, is the definitive proof that you buy views. Because Social Blade does not track bought views. And there's no way that you suddenly just Social Blade just had a glitch where you're the only one affected. That 900 views just into the ether, just gone, Sturgis, right? Now I know Sturgis will cry about pocket watching and don't worry about my views, bud. But you love to bring these things up. You love to bring up views. You love to bring up numbers and money and all this stuff when you think you're winning, when you think you're on top, right? Oh, look, I got more views than you, Tony, until you don't, and then you stop talking about it. Oh, look at all the money I make, Tizo, until someone comes along and says, well, I make more than you. Right? It's really funny how these guys work. It's really funny how the Rippatards work. But man, is it so good? Is it so glorious when these guys get put in their place? Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a fluke, Tony. It's a fluke, right? It's a fluke. There's no proof. You're reaching for things. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, so here on the 11th, 11/11, he's got 112 views. On 11/12, he has 87 views. Okay, so that's 200 views between those 2 days, between the 11th and the 12th, 200 views. Okay, and then on the 10th, he had 147 views. Okay, so any videos or any content he made on the 10th, 11th, and 12th, that should all be in this area, right? Should all be this total. So we'll say it's about 350 views between these 3 days, 350 from the 10th through the 12th, right? All right, so let's go back to his content, to his page, and see what he made and what it says there. All right, so now lucky for us, Sturgis didn't make any content on the 10th, okay? So no content on the 10th, but he did make content on the 11th. The 11th is this video here about Eric July is inappropriate with the Saskas. That's got 1,100 views. Then on the 12th, he made a video about me that got 419 views. And he also did a video about Alyssa Mercante that got 2,100 views. So between these 3 videos, 2,100, 1,100, that's 32, plus 4, say 36, 3,600 views. But Social Blade only said 350 views. 350. And if we even add the next day on his Social Blade, which is the 13th, right? Maybe there's some rollover. Tony, there's rollover. That's only 1,200 views. Plus the 350 is only 1,500, maybe 1,600. 30. So there's 1,600 views missing. Sturgis, where did those 1,600 views go? It's really weird. You keep getting these mysterious view counts. You keep getting these really high view counts on your videos, but Social Blade just isn't tracking them. And again, the one from the beginning of the month, from last month, from October, that's come and gone. You can't say, oh, well, there's a system updates rolling out, guys. It's gonna get in. It hasn't registered yet. There's some error, some glitch. These views are not adding up. I bet if we took all the views he has here for the month, right? We looked at all of his videos for the month, added up all those views, and then compared it to Social Blade, I bet there would be a huge discrepancy. Now, you might say, well, maybe people are just going back and watching old videos, right? But then he should have higher Social Blade numbers than YouTube numbers, right? If people are watching his old videos, his old content, his Social Blade numbers should be higher, right? How is it that you can have 7 views the entire day? 7 views. That means only 7 people in the entire day, despite releasing content, didn't watch any of your old videos, didn't watch any of your new videos. Only 7 people. Only 7. It's impossibility. It's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible. There's probably like this, like 99.99999% chance that it could happen on some remote world somewhere. But here, in the reality of the real world, the fact that he could only get 7 views for an entire day, despite making content, despite having a library of content, it is very, very unlikely. Unless Social Blade isn't tracking those views because they're bought. Oh man, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I off base on this? Is Sturgis's views legitimate? Is Social Blade just screwing Sturgis out of views, and that's why he thinks that he's doing better than he is? Because YouTube is giving him the accurate numbers, those high accurate numbers, and Social Blade is just lowballing. Social Blade is trying to keep a man down, trying to hold down the Puerto Rican, right? Trying to hold down the Puerto Rican gnomes and make sure that they're not getting their fair shake. Let me know what you think. I don't think I know definitively Sturgis is buying views, and he can never live this down. But let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, love, peace, and booty grease. I'm out this bitch.